People who know their God shall be strong and carry out great exploits. In the book of Daniel, chapter 11, verse 32, what do you know? People who know their God shall be strong and carry out great exploit in your life. In the way you see things, what do you think you know? What do you know? Some of us, we know our English. Some of us, we know the families we come from. Some of us, we know the connections we have, that with this connection, I will never fail in life. Some of us, we know our beauties. Our beauty, that I am handsome, I am beautiful. That's what we know. We know our families. We know people who are backing us up, but we don't know God. Without knowing God, you are doomed. You may have all those connections. You may know it of your life, but without God, you can't be strong. You can't do exploits. People who know their God are the one who God is going to use to do exploits, are the one who are going to be strong. Do you know your God? Do you know your God? The Bible tells us the secret of the Lord is with them who fear him. Do you fear God? You should know your God. If we know our God, we shall stand. In the midst where even others can't expect us to stand, we shall stand. In the midst where others are seeing like we are going down, we shall raise. Because we know our God. What do you know? My brother, my sister, I'm here this afternoon to just strengthen you. What do you know? When you start meditating, what do you meditate upon? You meditate upon your job. You meditate upon the assets you've achieved so far. You have to know your God. If you know your God, you will do exploit. Daniel, when he knew his God, when he came to know his God, he did exploit. Shadrach, Abednego, and Meshach, when they knew their God, they stood in the midst and the fire didn't burn them. Daniel knew his God, and he stood in the den of lions because he knew his God. What do you know? What do you know? To know yourself, to know your accent is good. To know what you are is good. But that is physical, that is mere knowledge anyone can use, the system can use, anyone can use. But the knowledge which comes from above, those who know their God, divine wisdom are with them. Power from above is with them. What do you know? Those who know their God shall be strong. In the midst where everything is making you to be weak, inside you start building, you start experiencing that strongness. You start doing great things because there is power inside you. The Bible tells us he does exceedingly abundantly above all, according to the power that is at work in us. Is that power at work in you? You may be there, you know your God, but that power, you haven't activated that power to start working in you. When you start activating, think about the goodness, think about the power which is in you, then you know who you are. In the midst where people will stand to discourage you, you will stand to say, there is power in you. And then power, that power which is at work in you, it will come out and the world shall see. The Bible tells us in the book of Psalms 71 verse 7 that we are the wonders. We are wonder on that group of people. In your family, you are a wonder. My brother, my sister, Don't despise yourself. Don't bring yourself to be down. You are more than you think. You are more than you think. But what makes a difference is to believe in yourself and knowing your God. Believe in yourself, because sometimes even though we know God, but if we can't believe in ourselves, in our words which come from us, in our that inner person which is in us, like think about something like that voice which is in you, you may not live like the way the heaven expect you to live. Try to give time, give a chance that voice that is in you, that idea that is in you. You'll be that person you wish to be, because God is your help. God is on your side. Who will be against you? If God is with us, who can be against you? Who can be against us? My brother, my sister, meditate upon the goodness of the Lord to know that you are more than a conqueror. You are more than something people think of you. You are more than what parents of yours tells you, because they gave birth to the flesh, but they don't know that inner person. They don't know that power we carry in us. They just gave birth to the flesh, but they don't know that person God knew from the beginning, that He knew us. He knew you before you were in your mother's womb. Do you know the ability that is in you? Start meditating upon it. Search for God, and He will be your refuge. He will stand in the midst where other can't stand. You will stand because you know your God. And strongness and doing exploits, it will be your portion. It will be our portion. And then we shall stand to testify the goodness and the mercy of the Lord. I love you all. Jesus Christ loves you more. Stay blessed. Bye.